What is up, guys? Raymond here, also known as Rayvision, and check it out. Today, well, we are going to be playing some Halo Master Chief Collection. Matchmaking in the background. This is some Halo 4 big team battle, and so today's Q&A video. So right off the bat, I just want to start by asking you guys, if you have any questions you would like to ask me, leave those in the comments below. Without any questions, I cannot make this video, so I would like to thank you for that. And we're going to start right off with this week's first question, which comes from Tino428. He asks, LaFerrari or Veneno? And right off the bat, I'm going to have to say LaFerrari, just because, yes, the Veneno is a really nice car, but I don't know what makes the LaFerrari so, I don't know why, but I just have a thing for the LaFerrari. I can't describe it. I would choose that. He also asks, am I going to upload any F1 2014, and which is my favorite F1 team? Now, one of the things you guys need to know about me is actually my main racing motorsport that I like to watch is rally racing, Formula Drift, Global Rallycross, and sometimes motocross. Those are really the main driving sports that I watch. I watch some F1 here and there. I've gone to some Grand Prix, but it is not my main composition. And even though I don't know every single team, I'm just going to base it off which team features my favorite cars, which is McLaren or Ferrari. I don't know. I'd have to choose one of them, but they are pretty awesome, both of them. Then, next question comes from Noel Howe, and he asks, or Noel Howe, however you want to pronounce it, he asks me, what is my favorite Ferrari? Now, when asking someone for their favorite Ferrari, that is a very tricky question, because Ferraris, there are so many. Right off the bat, a lot of people's favorite Ferrari, and one of the most well-known Ferraris, is the F40. In my case, I prefer the F50 more than the F40. Is it my favorite Ferrari, though? I don't know. LaFerrari is pretty awesome. That's the most modern, obviously. The Enzo is pretty awesome, and the F12 is pretty awesome. And those are really my big ones that I would consider for this. And I'm going to have to go for the F50 because the F50 is so well renowned and it's such a nice car. I've driven in Forza and all that. It's such a good looking and good sounding and good everything car. And like, you're in the car, and even in Forza, you're just like, I'm cruising in my Ferrari, going around Nürburgring. Oh, this couldn't get any better. And the F12 has floppy paddles, so that's a bit less of, you know, I don't really want to have to deal with floppy paddles when I could be doing some gear shifts and all that. Alright, so next person, Ellie Moody asks me, Ford or Chevy? So this is an interesting question. Now, are you just talking about all the cars in general, or are you talking about specific cars? Because Chevy has the Corvette, the Camaro, it's got a bunch of other things. When the Ford has the Mustang and the Raptor and the Fiesta. I say the Fiesta, but when I think of the Fiesta, I think of the GRC Fiesta, which has 650 horsepower and which is a ridiculous 2.4 liter V4, and which is just basically like, oh my gosh, this car is ridiculous. Ford or Chevy, I really like the new Mustangs. The newer Mustangs are really nice. The old Camaros are a lot nicer than the new ones, in my opinion. Right now, Mustang is better than the Camaro, in my opinion, honestly. But Chevrolet has Corvettes. I really like Corvettes. So this is actually a really good question for me, because I don't know which one I want to choose. Is it, oh my gosh. Because I know a bit more, I'm gonna have to go Ford, because overall they have more cars that interest me. They have the Fiesta, they have the Focus, they have the Mustang, and they have the Raptor and all that, compared to the Chevrolet, which, yeah, has the Corvettes and the Camaro, but I don't know that many other Chevrolet cars. Like, I'm not that well. They do have the Chevelle SS, though. Ah. Now, I'm just going to stick with the Ford, and I'm going to say just by a bit. So, it's a really close one. So, next person, AW Kuda, asks me, what is my favorite 60s muscle car and 2010 above? Okay, so I'm going to assume this is two questions, which one from the 60s and which one from the modern lineup. So, from the 60s, my favorite muscle car has to be... I don't know if the Chevelle is from the 60s. Oh, that's a good... If the Chevelle is from the 60s, it's definitely it. If it's not, then I will revert to the Corvettes. The C1 and the C... no, the C1, because the C2 was made in the 70s. So it's definitely the C1 or the Chevelle if it's in the 60s. I can't remember off the top of my head. Sorry about that. But that is definitely my top choices with regards to that. So, next question. If you had to choose, would you rather own a Chevy Suburban or a Cadillac Escalade? Ooh, this is a good one. Do I want a Cadillac? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna take a Cadillac Escalade. You wanna know why? Now here's the reason why. It's got quite a bit of power, but also it's got a lot of room in the back, so it's really practical to an extent. You can have a lot of stuff in the back, and I don't know why, but I feel like there's a bit more of a prestige sound to the Cadillac than the Chevy. That is my opinion. That does not mean it is the law, and so you never know. Next question comes from Marco Vitti, and he asks me, how big is my third leg? Well, Marco, if you really want to know, my third leg is bigger than the Empire State Building. So, all you ladies out there, I know you're interested, but you know, I'm scared to hurt someone with it. That's why I don't use it too often. Anyways, Henry Gates asks, next question obviously, would you rather have a Veyron SS or a LaFerrari? Veyron. Actually, no, LaFerrari. Honestly, the Veyron is there's a lot of Veyrons, first of all, out there, compared to the LaFerraris. And yes, it is the fastest car you can get, but LaFerraris are just much better looking. I'm sorry, I don't know what it is with the Veyron. First of all, the Veyron's exhaust sound is not that good. The car itself it looks nice, but compared to LaFerrari, the LaFerrari completely crushes it. And so my question for you guys today is going to be, what is your favorite Ferrari? Please answer that in the comments below. If you have any questions that you would like to ask me, please leave that in the comments below. As usual, guys, I want to thank you all for watching. Leave your comments below. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.